a connection, and we instantly liked each other, and then we explored that.
Hey guys, welcome to Little Black. But listen, I can't lie. This episode just pissed me off, and I had to come again. I'm sorry, I had to come again. I had to come again because I'm pissed off. Okay, are we gonna break it all the way down? First and foremost, I am sick to death. I need you to get the frick out of here with this term love bombing. Half of you do not know what love bombing is. By the way, not my audience. Shout out to you guys, and I appreciate you. But the people that be dropping these TikToks and Twitter posts, you don't know what love bombing is. If you did, you wouldn't be calling it love bombing. Half the time that you're witnessing these things, it's not love bombing. In love bombing, there has to be an extreme discard and detachment that happens. Like the person literally removes the rug from underneath you. But before you get to that place, there is emotional, usually, or verbal accosting or abuse. There's usually insults. There's red flag behaviors that tend to lean towards abusive behaviors. I'm so confused when you start calling these. I don't even think even both of them are even love bombing. Honestly, I think both of them found each other, liked each other, and they have an insecure attachment, which means they speed things up quicker than they used to. But we are 14 days in, and we are pissed off. Well, not me personally, but some of the people in the villa are pissed off about the fact that two people decided to lock themselves off. No, I need you to deep what you're actually saying. What you're saying is you're annoyed that two people decided that they don't want anybody else in that villa, just themselves. And you thought it was a game plan. I just need you to deep what you're actually saying. I need to deep what we're actually saying here. It's actually madness of what we're witnessing on this particular episode. Right? How do you punish two people for deciding, you know what, I don't want to deal with the rest of the people here? We are holding Jeremiah accountable. Well, Ace was trying to hold Jeremiah accountable because apparently the day one, when Yulissa tried to kiss him, he didn't want to kiss her. Yeah, he didn't want her. I don't get it. If I don't want you, I don't get it. If I don't want you, why am I forced to try and kiss somebody else I don't want? Yulissa wanted to steal me, and I don't want Yulissa. So you're punishing me for that. If I look at the other girls and I don't like them, why would I go after them? Why? If you're talking about real game playing here, then Jeremiah going after these women that he does not like would be game playing. Him deciding to stay with one girl, right, which is actually not a best tactic in Love Island, because actually it's not always the first people that fall in love that tend to actually win the show all the time. You know what I'm saying to you, right? They usually have a lot of hiccups and madness that happens. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm mind boggled because when I look at some of the stuff that happened in the villa, stuff that's happened outside the villa, I'm mind boggled because people are using words that are bigger than their head top. Yeah, this love bombing that we're talking about, first and foremost, like I said, it requires for both of these people, if we are saying they're love bombers, to actually have a heavy detachment. We ain't seen that. We ain't seen Jeremiah or seen Huda actually withdraw themselves immediately from the relationship with each other. Have you seen that? Nobody can tell me about a moment they've seen both Huda or Jeremiah remove themselves from the other person, shut them out, go cold turkey, don't message, don't talk, don't call, don't try to do anything, and suddenly they're no longer interested in you. Have you seen that? Because if you've seen that, then that's love bombing. But half of you use love bombing because you get excited about psychological terms and you don't know what it means. It's actually a form of emotional abuse, and we use it so lightly, like gaslighting. We use it so lightly. It's like blood. I'm like, you got hold of a psychological term and start throwing it around just lightly. I've been love bombed. Were you? Were you love bombed? Were you really? Huh? Were you really? I'm like, blood. Like, we throw these terms around. It's a form of emotional abuse, bro. Right? That requires you to have an idealization stage and then and the idealizing stage, then have a let me put my notes even. I had to even go and look at it again because I was like, there is an idealization stage. There is a, let me put my notes up so I can even get it, because y'all was stressing me the frick out. Okay, a devaluation phase and then a discard phase. So in between that stage of, before we even get to discarding, there has to be a devaluation stage, a stage where red flags appear and the person is exerting control. They are making, they can't be alone. You know, they isolate you from everybody else. You know, they gaslight you. At what point did you see Jeremiah and Huda do this? Now, the closest thing to this is probably what Huda did. But even that, I'm not going to call her a love bomber, because I can see that you actually liked Jeremiah. I can see that. I don't need to try and make this everything. We are too consumed with using psychological terms to try and prove that something is manipulative. And a lot of times, you don't know what you're using. Right? You heard the word and ran with it. You watch a little TikTok and you ran with it. You get what I'm saying to you? Like, these are very narcissistic behaviors, love bombing. So you might have witnessed somebody liking you a little bit too much, and you got caught up real quick, and they saw some behaviors that I can't do so more. That's completely different, right? A lot of times we use words and I just like allow it. Now, let me focus on this particular thing. So I want to deal with this thing properly. Yeah, I want to deal with the people that some of you outside who are voting are mad, as Ace and Nick in that villa are also mad. You two go together. Some of you are as mad as Ace and as mad as Nick, and you are the madness on the outside. You're no different to Ace and Nick. Some of you are together. Yeah, some of you are you're conjoined. Get the frick out of here. Let's get into the review. I ain't gonna play with you. I ain't gonna play with you today because y'all playing with me. Okay, let's get on to this because y'all gonna stress me out. No, you're not gonna stress me out. That's fine. If my internet don't want to keep playing up, now let's stop it right there. First and foremost, let's address this. Okay, let's address this. Where is a scam, Ace? Where is a scam? See, I've been seeing so many Twitter posts about, but did Ace lie? Yes, he freaking did. Where is the scam? Where is the scam? Your feelings are not enough. Show me evidentially where this is a scam. Now, there's only one aspect I would have to hold Jeremiah accountable. The very first time when she told him about having kids, I believe that he made a joke, and I'll be honest with you, I think he was thinking about the 100K. I ain't gonna lie to you. I think he was trying to kill two birds with one stone. I think he's thinking about 100K, and I think he's thinking about the girl that he likes. And I'm gonna be real with you. Do I think he wants to stay with her after the villa when she has kids? I think we'll find out. I don't have too much confidence in that. I'm not gonna be blindsided to that. But the reality of the situation is we're acting as if everyone else hasn't got a game. What Taylor is with Alandrea, and that's not going nowhere. Is that a game? Oh, Taylor suddenly putting no effort in the work in for Alandrea, but doesn't find her, was struggling with a physical attraction. Is that a game? Right? Are we going to call them out for scamming, Ace? Right? But some of you want to back Ace and be like, he dropped the T. What is this? What is this? What is this nonsense you lot keep doing? Hey, drop the T. Get the frick out of here. I need you to open your eyes. If Ace is a villain, just like anybody else in that show. And the fact that you're willing to back the villain behind the show because you don't like Huda, it's crazy to me. Or you don't like Jeremiah. It's bewildering that you've lost all objectivity and sensibility. My guy's talking about a scam. My brother, Ace, who are you connected to today? Is it Shelly? Or it could be Iris. But when you chose Amaya, you hated her. No. Can we talk about real scams? Can we talk about real scams right now? Let me get my frustrations out and rant, okay? Let me get my frustrations out. Just hold with me now. How are you talking about scams, Ace, when you chose Amaya and you hated her? No. Can we be real? Don't piss me off. Don't get me vexed. How are you going to tell someone about scams when you chose Amaya knowing you hated her guts? You didn't even want her to touch you. Oh, but why did you choose Amaya? But you're talking about scams because you're projecting right now. And the rest of the people who want to back Asa, but did he lie though? But you didn't call him out about the Maya situation. My guy, what are you tapped? Are you tapped? Are you tapped? We are angry about a man deciding that he didn't want no other girl in that villa. I keep telling you, I'm telling you, a lot of people have got their own angle. They don't like the fact that Jeremiah and Huda hooked up. They don't like it. Because I do think they felt like they were going to be strong and they potentially were trying to ride it to the end and potentially win the money. Because the reality is most of you don't care about love. You only care about the money and the fame. Most people in those shows do not care about love. They care about fame. And actually what's a byproduct of that? If I can find love, then cool. Cool. But Ace's mission has always been to destroy Jeremiah and Huda. And so he's been, and I don't like people that go around places and sow discord. I don't even rate it as a game plan. I don't even rate it. I think you're scary when you do that. When you're somebody who has to go around, this is not The Mole. This is not a Big Brother. This is Love Island. So when you people start doing that kind of stuff, I get a little bit scared. Is that how you move in real life? That you actually go behind your boy's back and you start whispering in people's ears? Is that scamish there? Yeah, exactly. Nick was doing the same thing, right? Let's play a little bit more of the clip. But we're going to get... We vexed about a man deciding that he wants to swerve a girl that came in. I don't even like Yulissa. I don't think she was even that cute. You know what I mean? Shout out to Jeremiah for being true, because I might have kissed just like, I don't want to be rude, innit? But Jeremiah was like, I don't even want you to steal me. I don't want you to steal me. I don't like you. I don't find you attractive. I'm not lying to you. You see, at least, you see, the one thing about Jeremiah that I have to rate, listen, is that I feel like he's an honest person. Whilst I do believe that he's got, his mind is thinking about the prize. Don't get twisted. I believe his mind is thinking about the prize. He won't be on the show if he was, okay? Because he's not lacking for gal. Let's be honest. A lot of these man them are not lacking for gal, okay? That's why they're on this show, okay? We're here for the money. We all are, because all of you are good-looking people. There's no way you're on the show to find a matchmaker. We're what? 7 seasons into USA version. You're telling me you're gonna find love? Most people don't find love on Love Island. You know what I'm saying too? You come in there for the fame and you come in there for try and win money. We've all got a game plan. So I think Jeremiah was quite honest. Do you get what I'm saying to you? I think it was quite honest. The fact that he rejected Yulissa, let's be freaking honest. Did Ace do that? Wait, hold on. Ace, did you not do that? But actually, no, actually, you went one step further. You allowed a girl to choose you when you knew that you weren't feeling her. Oh no, you think we don't see that, Ace? Right? You think we didn't see the fact that we're talking about how you're talking about gameplay and you don't buy it, it's a scam. But because no one has seen your game, the reality of the situation, we should see your game because we see the whole thing. Are you forgetting that you were telling Amaya that you can't touch no one should touch you, but you went and touched Shelly? Are you forgetting that no one should touch you, but you went and kissed Shelly on the forehead? Are you forgetting that the fact that you told that you don't even have to call you babe? Are you forgetting that? Nah. You don't get to hold the moral ground here, bro. And that's why I said it was very scary what the boys did, because the fact that Ace couldn't get into the head of Nick, follower, but also Nick is thinking about the money. Don't get it twisted. Look, don't get it twisted. Nick might look like a follower too, and I do believe he is a bit of it, but he's also got his own game plan. Okay? He's also got his own game plan. And I'm seeing so many posts about Nick like, oh, Nick was so true. He was so true, man. And the fact that he told Jeremiah about himself and told Huda about himself. Why do you think he did that, though? If he had a problem with Huda, why didn't he have a conversation with Huda before? Bear in mind, that's meant to be your boy's girl. Why didn't you go and have a conversation with your boy's girl about your issues that you had with her? Why did you wait till you were at the point of choosing and then try to send her home? Don't move that passive-aggressive movement. Don't try to tell me about how you're honest. You're not honest. And when people start looking at it going, oh, Nick is honest, he's not honest. Because if he was honest, he would have volunteered himself to go and speak to Huda before this happened and said, look, Huda, I can't lie to you. Some of your behaviors are making me look at you some sideways thing. We ain't seen that from Nick. So as far as I'm concerned, Nick, you ain't had that conversation with her. You know what I'm saying to you? So let's not put Nick on that pedestal either. Let's not do that. You know what I'm saying to you? Let's not do that. Let's really not do that. You know what I'm saying to you? Let's really not do that. That ain't the. I respect Jeremiah for standing 10 toes down on that. You know what I'm saying to you? It don't matter what America says. It doesn't matter what America feels about your relationship. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. However I feel about it is how I feel about it. You know what I'm saying to you? Which I respect. First and foremost, I respect, because like I said, if you allow people to talk to you about your relationship, right, you will always be out of a relationship, because there's too many people that want to make you out of a relationship. Okay, right? So my biggest thing here that I'm looking at right now, the thing I'm looking at right now is America backing Ace. And I'm like, how are you backing him over to Jeremiah? Ace is doing the exact same thing. He's doing the exact same thing. You know what I'm saying to you? So Jeremiah, I had to back Jeremiah on this one. I respect it because man held his ground and said, listen, I don't give a heck about you or America. How I feel about the girl is how I feel about the girl. It's got nothing to do with you. And yet you still got people saying he's faking it. You know what I'm saying to you? You still got people saying he's faking it. And I'm like, in what world? Huda's not faking it. Jeremiah's not. They're both not faking it. They just have an insecure attachment. And because of their fear of abandonment and betrayal, they are scared. And so that forces them to actually move at a faster pace. You know what I'm saying to you? If you throw two people that like each other and find each other attractive, and they think they're on the same level, but they have an insecure attachment, this is what you get. Very quick speed where they don't want to think about anybody else. So the only thing that needs to happen was conversations needed to be had between Huda and Jeremiah. I needed to deep how much people hate them. No, I know that Huda has done her things. I know, and I still believe that some of her behaviors are actually abusive. So she should be at the villa. I ain't gonna lie to you. Okay, all right. So, but my thing is this: why is the conversation that should be happening is people should be going to Huda and to Jeremiah and saying, "Hey guys, you know what? You are moving a bit fast, and it just looked like that. But you know what? If you like it, we love it, and you leave it alone." But when people can't wait to break you up, trust me, they've been waiting. You know what I'm saying to you? They've been waiting. Sasha Sovereign said he went F American, F Huda quick. Yeah, would you not when you're angry? And that's what happens when you've got an insecure attachment. Your first thought is to self-protect yourself. There's nothing scary, there's nothing crazy about what he did. I actually understood it. F America, F Huda, because at that point, remember, Huda called him a B word. right? Remember, Huda had called him a B word and was slandering him in the bathroom. So yeah, at that point he says, "I F you." Yeah, I get it. Now, does he mean it? No, of course. The same way they shouldn't mean call him in a B word. They want each other. You know what I'm saying to you? It's just a very toxic scenario, and I you know, that's the part I do agree with. Problem. This is why I said that Alandrea's an op as well. That's why I said Alandrea's an op as well. Because first and foremost, this is why, and people don't like, I keep calling Alandrea an op about this situation, okay? All right? The reason why I keep saying she's an op, because none of her advice actually fits what she's talking about. I'm sorry. I know some of you want to back Alandrea, but I can't back her now. She's the finest babe in there. I'm sorry. She is the finest thing since life, babe. Woo! That girl is fine. I mean, from the tip to the toe, baby, the chocolate skin, baby. You know I like my women's. But the reality of the situation is she's an op. And I'm going to tell you why she's an op. This advice that she's giving, when she can clearly see that Huda has crashed out several times, tells me that you are not paying attention to your actual friend. I'm sorry. If you can think about what America could be looking at, do you not think they'll be looking at the fact that Huda keeps crashing out? Would you not think about the fact that Huda keeps calling people B words? Would you not keep looking at the fact that Huda keeps being territorial? Would you not look at that? You wouldn't look at that. That wouldn't cross your mind. You would think that automatically it must be Jeremiah. Because remember I told you about from the beginning that Alandrea has been on Jeremiah's ass since the beginning. I said, I don't get why. I actually don't understand why she's been on his ass the whole entire time. Every time she mentions, oh, I think he's love bombing. I think he's doing this. I think he's doing that. And I was like, do you not see that your girl is the one that's tapped as well? If you can't see that, I look at you an op, and then I look at you as part of the Ace clan who are trying to win and calling it whatever you want to call it. I'm just going to be real with you. Okay? I'm just going to be real with you. You know, let's play skip again. And, you know, now you don't know what he's on the other side. We do. He's shown you. No, in this villa, he's shown you. Has he not? What behavior has you see? When people do this, I told you. Listen, I'm not saying that Alandrea is a bad person, but you can't keep people like Alandrea around you. Let me tell you why. Because Alandrea will tell you she's a slow burner when really she's afraid of love. I'm just gonna be on the real with you. See, I'm gonna call it out as it is. Y'all ain't gonna like me by the end of the day because I'm gonna call all of black people out. I don't care. Okay, I don't care if it's your favorite. The reason why Alandrea is so skeptical of Huda and Jeremiah, and especially Jeremiah, is because she's got her own hang-ups. She's got her own hang-ups. There's nothing that Jeremiah has done that she can prove that, oh, he's first it was love bombing. Where was the love bombing? Where was Jeremiah's love bombing? And you've been proven wrong because now we're at the same point. He still hasn't love bombed her. So what is it that you saw, Alandrea, that you keep giving advice that, okay, what if America's seen that Jeremiah is the problem? He's the one probably doing some stuff behind you. And it's not the first time. I keep telling you this, so I keep doing it in the review. It's not the first time. And I said the reason why, and I look and I go, the reason why that happens is because Alandrea is a person who herself, she's a slow burner, but really and truly, she's afraid of love and commitment. Okay, that's why she's dealing with someone like Taylor. Taylor has given you scraps. I'm sorry, Taylor hasn't given you anything. This brother's barely giving you breakfast, and you're telling me that if you don't get the frick out of here, if you don't respectfully get the frick out of here, I need you to behave. I need you to behave. I need you to behave because what's this? You telling me? Yeah. Listen, don't get twisted. I love intellectual conversations. I'm an intellectual individual person, right? I want to connect with an individual, but I've got two eyes, blood. You know what I'm saying to you? I like attraction as well, physical. And not only that, Taylor's struggling, blood, and has been struggling with you. Okay? Struggling with you. All right? We don't know where Taylor's intellect is. We don't know. We haven't seen it, blood. I haven't felt it. Tell me somebody who's felt his intellectual behavior. Tell me someone who's felt his intellect, because I ain't felt it. I've not felt it one bit. At least with Ace, I can see that the guy is calculating. I can see where Shelly's getting played. But here with Alandrea, I'm like, baby, how you talking about intellectual? And I'm not hearing nothing from Taylor. I've not heard one piece of conversation. I'm like, well, you know what? He might be an intellectual individual phone, you know. I heard one piece, blood. All you know is that he's a cowboy. That's it. He's a cowboy. That's all you know. He's a cowboy. That's it. Oh, you know how I like my cowboys. Well, this cowboy, what else is he showing you, blood? Please. Get the frick out of here. Get the frick out of here. Get the frick out of here. Okay, now I know Alandrea is not dumb, and I know she has the ability to discern. You know that man don't like you. You know that man don't like you. You know he don't even like. I don't even think he even likes. Yeah, I don't think he even likes the chocolate. I don't even know if he likes the chocolate. I can't lie to you. It's giving caramel, latte, and it's giving snow. I'm just being honest with you. And it's snowing every season, it seems like, for Taylor. So I'm just being real with you. Same with Ace. That's why that's why Ace was so pissed, because Huda didn't like him. It's a rejection of him. Right? Man's moving wild, blood.
Why is he so emotional about it?
That's a
Look, he's
asking
standing
question. We
passionate.
don't know. We don't know why he's so passionate. Nobody's questioning why the fact he's so passionate. You want to send people who are trying to find love. Why do I need to kiss several? First of all, it's nasty. Can I be honest with you? No, I want to be honest with you. I want to be honest with you, guys. Love Island is nasty. I don't know. Maybe because I've come back to Christ. Maybe I don't know. But me personally, I never liked this anyway. But the fact that we can kiss 5 or 6 people for me is nasty anyway. First and foremost, I think you're all nasty if you're on that show. I don't want to be on that show. But let's not forget. Lest we not forget, we didn't shame Bella for not kissing nobody. When Bella was asking for kisses on the cheek, we didn't shame her. But we want to shame Jeremiah for not wanting to kiss the other girls. I'm confused. I'm confused. When Bella was here and she didn't want to kiss nobody on the cheek, and your boy couldn't get some, Nick couldn't get the kiss that he wanted, and Nick actually told us, and reality is, Nick didn't even want Bella, because Nick only wanted Bella because once she started kissing people in the challenge, that's when he went back. He was like, oh, okay, so you're kissing people now. Oh, I'm interested again. Oh, we want to talk about game playing. Or we really want to talk about game playing. Are we forgetting the fact that Bella was only kissing people on the cheek and allowing people to kiss on the cheek? But because a brother decided that he didn't want other girls to kiss him, we got a problem. Okay. And this is after the challenge. Interesting. This is after the challenge, by the way. Of them of Jeremiah now kissing Alandrea and okay. No. Okay. So why is it that Ace doesn't buy Jeremiah but buys Huda's behavior? You see, and Huda's a fool. I'm sorry, no offense, but Huda's a fool, and Huda is a perpetual victim, and that's why I said we need to get Huda out of there, because you need to go and heal now before you do something drastically bad. Like, her behaviors are abusive. Now, here's my thing, and I have to call out Huda, because actually I called out Serena last year for the way she treated Cordell. This is arguably way worse. Now, Huda needs all the smoke, and I'll do a separate live for Huda. I'm going to do a separate live. Yeah, no, because she needs all the smoke. Because when I came out Serena, it was fair because she was moving crazy. This one needs a separate live for Huda because it's abusive behavior. I'm going to call it what it actually is. But the mere fact that the mere fact is, on this situation, why is she going to Ace as if Ace has information that could help her? When Ace is the one, when you knew that Ace was trying to kiss you and like you, you're tapped in the head. Now I get it. Maybe because of Alandrea said go and talk to them and see what they're saying. But why is he focusing on Jeremiah? And Jeremiah is one that wants to love bomb and doesn't. Wait, hold on a minute. Oh, okay now. Oh, okay. But the fact is that Ace got inside her head and started talking about how the whole of Americans can see that you're guests. How do you know what America voted for? We only know that America. You see, this is where people are not thinking, and because their emotions are running, they're not able to think. How do we know what America thinks? We don't know. We don't know because you don't know what they were voting for. All we know is that they voted for that Iris should be with Jeremiah. We don't know. We don't know why. You actually have no reason why. You know what I'm saying to you? You don't actually know why. So my thing is, you've allowed the devil to speak to you and whisper in your ears, and you've now allowed it to now maneuver you and how you're going to move. You've caused yourself an issue now. You know what I'm saying to you? You've caused yourself an issue in this situation by allowing the devil to get inside of your ears, okay, and do this, right? Now, my thing also too with Iris is I can't even rate Iris either. A brother just lost his girl, bro, and she's already in there talking about things. I'm like, so Iris, give the man a break. Let the man breathe. Let the man breathe. Hold on, let me get to this clip. Let the man breathe. Iris wasn't even wasting time. She said, I'm going to get straight into this. Let me get straight to business. That's what I came in for. I came in for Jeremiah. Let me get straight to business. But I'm going to tell you this now. I don't think it's going to work. Now, here's my thing. Oh, I'm gonna get to Iris in a second. I just want to play that clip. I'm probably gonna get a copyright the way I've left it long. Huda keeps using this mother card thing, right? This mother aspect. Okay. You know what? My time is even almost up. I don't want to go too more than an hour. Okay. I don't do more than half an hour. Okay. I just want to leave you this foundation. Maybe I'll come back later. I just need to eat. Let me leave you this thought process. I want you guys to leave with this process. Okay. Okay. Cool. First and foremost, remember these two. Okay. I think it was Huda that chose Jeremiah, right? So it was Huda that chose Jeremiah. Okay. When Yulissa came over, he didn't kiss Yulissa. He stayed with Huda. Okay. Huda then on day 2 or day 3 told him that she loves him. Jeremiah didn't say anything. And she said, "Oh, I'm joking." And then recently, the last episode before this one, she said it again when he came into the girls' room and said, "Oh, I love you. Sorry, my bad." Jeremiah didn't say anything. Okay. Other women have come in and Jeremiah has let them know, I'm liking what I got going on right now. I'm locked in. Okay. Then at the beginning, Jeremiah wasn't kissing anybody in the challenges. He was trying to avoid it. And now he's opened himself up to those kisses. Okay. He has told other girls when they've come in where he stood. He did it with Amaya. He did it with Iris. Okay. Only put in the challenges, Huda was territorial, especially when Iris came in and Amaya came in, but especially when Iris came in and called that woman a whole B word because she liked her man and kissed her man. By the way, when Iris was kissing everybody, okay? In fact, she swung up her whole neck and her head around the corner, okay? I want to make sure you understand what's going on, okay? Okay? I want to make sure what's going on, okay? Huda called 2 women at least the B word, Amaya and Iris, for liking a man, territorial behavior. She lied about her baby situation because she omitted the information and waited for Jeremiah to like her before she then told him the truth. Okay, all right. So she had to wait for him to pretty much commit before she wanted to tell him that she's a mother. Then she forced Jeremiah also not to tell any of the boys that she's a mother. Then isolated him because he couldn't talk to the boys about what was actually happening in that situation. Okay. And then obviously he poorly reacted at the bonfire because when the situation happened at the bonfire, the first, I think it was early doors, whatever, he shook her hand or whatever, instead of actually having a real conversation, he shut down, right? He shut down. He poorly reacted, and I put that. And then he recently, in this latest episode, did not go and see her after the recoupling. He shut down again, okay? All right? But all the while, after the boys tried to tell him about his connection, he told the boys, "I've got a connection with Huda. I don't care what America says. I don't care what you say. I like the girl." Okay. Okay. Then she started calling him the B word, right? And ignoring him when he came into the villa because he went on a date. I want you to picture what I'm going to do. I'm going to do a whole live on this. Okay. She flipped it and then said, "I can't believe he went on a favorite date. He went on the date, my favorite date, basically on a beach. He didn't plan the date, by the way." Then she said, obviously, that you were in bed with another woman, which was Iris, but he can't do nothing about it because he's coupled up with that person. Okay. Then she went to Iris, storming up the stairs in a flurry and a hush and a madness. And she hid around the corner to listen to the boys' conversation. Your crew and your people, the girls and the guys, actually ran upstairs to make sure nothing crazy was going to happen when you came up there. Okay. All right. And then the girls have not confronted you. They've not called you out, and they've let you do what you're doing. Okay. All right. And Ace is not your friend, and Ace actually pulled you up because you decided to put a pie in his face, or because he was stressed and frustrated about the fact that you didn't choose him and rejected him. I need you to understand what's going on here. Before we talk about Jeremiah, I need you to leave his name out your lips. Because if we're talking about anybody abusing anybody, this is not a two-way street thing. No. It's a two-way toxic thing, but it's not a two-way street when it comes to abuse. This is not one of those situations right now, from what we can see right now. I am willing to change my position if more evidence comes out later on. Right now, we have an abusive woman in there called Huda. I'm sorry. I've got to call it what it is. It's abusive. And actually, she's isolated him. She has blown up situations like pancakes. She has lied twice, omitted information, and then lied about the pancake situation. Okay, all right. She's done 007. Okay, she has ignored him at points, right? And she has territorially marked her position when it comes to other women and called them not girls, and then actually denigrated and diminished those girls to other girls so that other girls wouldn't be called them. Let's call it what it is. It's abuse, and it's not on both sides. I want to be very, very clear. It is not on both sides according to the evidence that we have right now. Now, you may feel that Jeremiah closed himself off too quickly, but that's not abuse. Okay, let's keep it a buck. All right, that's not abuse. What Huda is doing right now is verbal and emotional abuse. So what I need you to do, and I don't hate Huda. I want you to make it very clear. I don't hate her. I just think she needs to be out the villa. And I think we need to stop trying to put the two on two people. It's not on two people on this one occasion. If Huda was a man, we'd be like, I can understand why Huda's so scared. I can understand why Huda doesn't stand up for herself. I can understand why Huda shuts down. We'd all be saying we can understand why she shuts down. This situation is Huda's madness. Okay? And Huda needs to leave the villa. Okay? Needs to leave the villa. If this was a dark-skinned black woman, you know what the tide will be telling us right now. And in fact, I'm just going. Yeah, it would be an absolute mazza. Okay, if it was a black woman doing what this is, the think pieces will be so freaking long, and the man them too will probably join it. They don't even watch the show, and they probably will join it, watch the show. Just saying, you know, I'm not gonna call it what it is, but we know what it is. You know what I'm saying to you? So I'm not about to leave the preference, because some people got a preference for this type of woman, and call it sassy, call it sultry, call it spicy. There's nothing freaking spicy about it. It's not cute. It's not spicy. It's abusive. You know, I gave a lot of smoke to Serena last year because I felt like the behavior she was doing was inappropriate. But this is just nasty. This is nasty, and the women can't hold her accountable. Anyway, listen, we'll be back. We'll be back. So I've got a whole live to do on Huda. I've got to do a whole live on her. It's not a joke, but we'll be back. Okay. All right. We'll be back. You know, yeah. That's crazy. Yeah. Poor girl, poor Iris was about to, she was scared. If your girls have to run after you like that, they should tell you everything you need to know. And I appreciate you guys. Stay locked, so loaded. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. There will be a live tomorrow night. I'll put up a post on my community page. We'll do a live for the super panel because there's no Love Island tomorrow. So I will put up a post. If you want to have a part and you want to have your say and you want to have your piece of the cake to say how you feel about this episode so far, tomorrow night we'll go live. After I do Pop the Balloon with Sean, I'll go live about Love Island. You know what I'm saying to you? We'll go live after Pop the Balloon. We'll do Love Island. And if you want to have your say, we'll be waiting for you. And we'd love to hear your opinions and your thoughts as well. Because this is crazy. This is crazy. You know, people were getting onto Serena last year, I included, but this is freaking wild. And, you know, I'll provide the clips next time. I appreciate you guys. We'll see you again soon.